G'day guys and welcome back to Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. This is Season 4, Episode 5. And man, it has been probably a month or just over a month since I last watched this damn show. Man, Andor Season 2 really kicked me in the crotch, dropping 3 episodes at once every week. It's really has taken up all of the time that I had to spare in terms of recording and editing and everything. But Andor is finally over. Very good show, but we are back with Camp Cretaceous. What happened previously? We were in the snow biome, I guess. So lots of ice, lots of snow. And we were on our way to a plane that was dropping off a supply plane, I believe. And on the way, we came across a dinosaur in dire need of help. And Darius came up with a brilliant plan to save said dinosaur, but by doing so, they missed the plane. They missed their chance to get off the island. I don't believe another plane is going to be there for another couple of weeks, unless they can figure out another way to bring a plane back, but they've still got another couple of weeks. We ended that episode with everyone except Ben and Darius sort of looking over the ocean on a cliff, bawling their eyes out because they've had enough, and it's just like every chance that they've had to get away from dinosaur islands has pretty much gone up in flames. This time it was Darius's fault, so I am curious about how things are going to develop from there. We know Kenji was mad at the last time Darius came up with a plan that did nothing to help the group at all, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic. But we're still on this new island with all these biomes. We're with a scientist lady. We're still figuring things out. So, without further ado, let's get back into Camp Cretaceous.
Obviously, this isn't what we wanted. Like, at all. But we can't quit now. Manticore doesn't care if they're hurting their dinosaurs. And May, you can't protect them all on your own. We have to stay until we fix this, however long it takes.
Why? Go home. How is this your problem?
Whatever you say.
Let's get to work then. Stop! Stop! Yes, stop! Calm.
Okay, that's an interesting way of actually...
Scared. Yes. But you don't have to be scared.
all the noises on the pad.
Home.
I think I might have forgotten how to fall asleep. People always say to clear your mind, but I like to think of all the things that make me feel warm and gooey. What if I've forgotten that too? Think about home. What you miss.
I'll start.
The taste of strawberries.
Strong showers. That thing when you wake up before your alarm and you
I hate
realize
that.
you still get to sleep for an hour.
Okay, well that's good. Waking up before your arm sucks, but...
Cheeseburgers.
yeah, and she's asleep.
This could take a while.
Or not.
We took one piece and then left.
Wait. Why didn't she eat? Where's she going? Come on.
She got babies? No? Well, yeah. subtitles called a Big Edie and a Little Edie?
Still hurt.
Okay.
I thought May sent the brats to help her.
Guess they didn't get the order.
Search him.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Man, she was finally getting some sleep. Damn.
Anything in here?
New documents have not been located.
Toss the other rooms then. Now!
Sammy. Hey, you okay?
And Darius wants to stay for some reason, not just because he loves dinosaurs so much.
Well.
That's him.
I found it. Let's go.
She knows Cash?
May!
Calm down, Pierce. Calm down.
Yeah, that's it.
How many times is that gonna work?
Darius, where's May?
Oh, she went to see her boss in the jungle biome. Some guy named
Cash.
How'd you know?
I'm gonna go confront him and get some answers.
Sammy, I know how mad you must be, but maybe we should wait. And
All we do is wait.
Mhm.
I'm tired of it.
Well, May said we should stay put.
No, you don't get it.
Mm.
Cash.
Speak calmly.
Cash is the one who blackmailed my family.
Well, yeah, if he wasn't the bad guy before.
How do you all not get this? I thought you were my friends.
Sammy, no!
I mean, there's
Can't!
ways you have to
don't
go
get make
about doing
decisions
things.
about what I do.
Whoa! Safe, Pierce! Safe! Calm down.
Once again, prioritizing dinosaurs.
You startled me. Bloody robots. Huh?
Now there are two of them.
I have a lot of questions.
What are the odds? I have questions of my own.
Where did you... Give me...
Communicating with dinosaurs. Whoa, May. You've been busy.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but yeah.
Let's just dialogue for a sec.
You have no intention of making this island a research facility, do you?
Let's just say that Manticore's plans here are fluid. This research of yours, May. Wow. You
Yep.
opened my eyes to possibilities that I never imagined.
It's all militaristic, right?
It's my research, whatever sick plan you've got.
You won't let me?
You heard me. Stop all of this now, or I'll go over your head.
Is that a threat?
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
I really wish you didn't make this so adversarial. A couple of geniuses like us could have made an amazing team.
Yeah, he's got full control over all the tech.
Thank you for your contributions to Manticore, Dr. Turner, but the company has decided to go in a different direction. Your services are no longer... Well, go get her!
Get them to shoot at each other?
Do this, please.
I mean, they could have shot at each other, but alright.
I think we got its attention.
No. It's like, it's not going to shoot from there, surely. No. Nice work.
All right, if we can suppress that thing, we can take it out.
Noted.
Wait, May!
Dinosaur. Yes. Revenge. Holy crap. She's alright. She's just unconscious. She gonna use the Brad to shoot at them? Nice. That's a smart plan on her part. I'm just glad she made it there in time.
Hello? Yep. Yes. That's right. It couldn't be avoided. No, not a setback. An opportunity.
Couldn't be avoided. So, Cash thinks May's dead? Okay, so the friend dynamic, I guess, is still in full swing. I thought they would be a little more upset with Darius, but they seem at least okay with it for now. I mean, he did say we're going to stay until we get some answers, and, you know, Manticore has to be stopped, and they kind of reluctantly went with it. But now that this dude, Cash, is the one that blackmailed Sammy's family, they're okay with putting a stop to him at the very least. Mainly because, well, not just Sammy, but mainly because of his actions towards May. Just outright trying to kill her. Firing her and then killing her, really. Yep, he's got full control over the tech. I'm curious as to how these invisible fences that the drones create actually work. It just seemed to be like a yellowy orange light. I'm not sure how the fence actually works. That's kind of cool. It's definitely going to come back into play at some point. And like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember how many Brads he's lost now. I think he's lost maybe 5 or 6 in total. There was kind of one in the desert biome that was already destroyed, so that's probably 6 or 7. And 2 more came out of the airlock. They're all numbered, but like, again, I have no idea how many Brads there actually are, so I'm just going to try to keep count as much as I can. Not that I think that's actually important, it's just something I'm going to try to keep track of. Yeah, Cash obviously very interested in the fact that May's figured out a way to talk to the dinosaurs. At the very least using sounds that the species makes in order to keep it calm. You can manipulate it every way. It seemed to work on Pierce every time they used it to calm him down, but I don't know when that's going to stop working or how angry Pierce has to get for it to stop. But does it work if you use it once they've ingested some of those cubes. That lowers their pain threshold and heightens up their hormones or whatever. You know, it caused Big Edie and Little Edie to attack each other, which has now since led to Little Edie still being injured because it hasn't gotten any medical attention. Big Edie's trying to get her to eat, but it's not working. So we have that to worry about as well. And that's about it. I don't know, man. Everyone this episode was just kind of sad. Obviously because they missed the plane and they're still recovering from that. Because I didn't actually think that we would pick up directly from where we left off on episode 4 at the end there. With them overlooking the cliff. And now they're just kind of, I don't know, they've hit that depression stage of dealing with the situation. You know, it was a good scene with Sammy and Yaz on the bed together, just trying to fall asleep and thinking about the things that they miss, like hot dogs and pizza, and just the small things that you see kind of every day. Little things you take for granted, like, you know, watching your mom or dad getting ready for work in the morning, coming home, like, you know, Yaz mentioned that little high five that her mom gives her every time she comes home from school or whatever. You know, it's just the small things that you don't really pay much attention to, and you take them for granted, and then you don't realize what you've got until it's gone, you know? So I'm curious as to what people would think about that. Like, if you were in, let's say, this situation, away from home, you're scared, you're tired, you're whatever, or if you're in like a Lord of the Rings situation, like, you know, Sam and Frodo, Mount Doom, and Sam's going on about like missing strawberries, which is why I brought strawberries up in the reaction. It was like, you know, just the simple things, like what foods, what would you miss, what little things that you do with your family that, you know, you don't realize that, like, you do it all the time and then you miss it when you don't do it. You reminisce. You want to do it again. Like, those little things, like, what would you miss when it's gone? Like, just the little things. I would like to know in the comment section down below. Let me know. But that is it for this episode, guys. Join me next time for episode 6, where we're still dealing with Cash. But in the meantime, as usual, if you'll enjoy this reaction and want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join me next time, and I'll see you there. Bye, guys.